Welcome back, everyone. It is April 28th, Thursday, and we've been sick.
Dude. You got the flu.
Yeah, that's a good way to start off. We were both sick. That's why there's no episode yet last week.
Yep.
We were
really sick, like laying in bed.
Dude, all week. All week.
Watched a lot of basketball.
Oh, man. My whole entire day was just homework and then just
I was like, one of the games.
Basketball.
Watched a bunch of Mariners games. Go ahead. It was the best team in baseball.
It was a good week, honestly, to be sick, even though I felt like crap.
I mean, recommend.
We should start off with the first losers was the Brooklyn Nets.
Swept, get your broom.
Where we all thought this was gonna go going to seven. Everyone in their entire world was like this.
Or you would hear 6 with the Nets winning. People that thought that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I said I liked Celtics. I have them winning in 7 or 6, whatever the hell it was. But dude, people are giving the Nets a lot of flack. What I've noticed, they're like Kevin Durant, blah blah, but it's like
talking about firing Steve Nash.
There's so much to unpack in that
funny.
Nets world. I think the funniest thing is, I think it was one of the after Game 3 or something. Kyrie said, he told the media, yeah, it's kind of hard because we didn't get to gel faster. Like we didn't have time to gel as a team. I go, well, everyone had 82 games.
Literally. And, I mean, we've seen other teams that are doing that. I mean, the Warriors right now have not played together. That's working quite all right. We're seeing other teams lose someone. Chris Middleton might not play next series. That's crazy.
That's a big thing for Celtics.
Yeah, that's another thing that happened. Devin Booker went down with a hamstring injury. He's out tonight. It said he could play tonight. Could being the main word. If they lose tonight, he'll play 7.
Yeah,
they've said that he's going to play Game 7. I don't think they lose tonight, for being completely honest. I just don't. It's possible. I mean,
it's at Pelicans, right?
Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
That is a good crowd.
And they love their basketball down there.
Yeah.
Smoothie King Arena, it's pretty nice in there.
But, yeah, and then, everyone's just given so much flack to KD since then. And I've never been so confused my entire life, dude, with TNT. So the TNT show with Shaq, they're doing great.
Oh, we were just talking about it.
They're so funny.
So funny.
Dude, it's so funny. And it was during the halftime or pregame, they were ripping on KD, and KD posts some stuff about Charles Barkley, and they're referring to KD as a bus driver because he's leading the team and they have to win championships. I've never been so lost in my time.
It was just such a random analogy.
I was did all of a sudden terminology in basketball just increase in the past week? What did I miss? I felt I got a little bit of FOMO.
It has been they've been killing it though. I mean, between them pranking Shaq and putting stuff in his smoothie.
Dude,
he has these little half-inch glasses on, and Charles Barkley pouring a drink mid-segment. They've been hilarious. I'm not one user to like the shows,
but they were what I kind of figured out what they're saying is Kevin Durant's rings don't mean anything.
Yeah, no, I got
he wasn't even the best player on the team, and then they're Chuck, or Charles. They go, you're not champion, but we call you champ.
I know that whole thing was weird.
I was it was bizarre, but I'm Team KD on this.
I'm not. That kid sucks.
I
got clamped up by Tatum for a whole series.
I said, you guys got to give props to coaching at that Celtics. It's to defend, make one of the greatest scorers of all time.
I mean, someone said mainly in the East, but if every coach doesn't have a film or a hard drive, a disc, whatever, of that series to go watch to how to stop Kevin Durant, I don't know what you're doing. If you're an NBA coach and that isn't on your desk when you start prepping for next year, you're crazy. You're absolutely nuts because normally you have no luck.
Yeah, they put him at the top of the free throw line and they just pressure so hard once they see him come up.
I like that. Not even just switching, they're not just switching him, but I like just sending random double teams. When he dribbles into another defender, they're not they're doubling him, they're pressuring him, they're putting him in positions that have to take bad passes, have to take bad shots, have to always be under pressure. He's never relaxed, dribble, jump shot KD.
Definitely the most surprising series so far.
Yeah.
Next, obviously, the Nuggets they're officially eliminated. Golden State looks so for real. It's scaring me.
Yeah.
It's so scaring me.
I want to talk about that real quick, just because Jordan Poole comes out and drops 30 and then 27 in his first 2 playoff games. Yeah. With Steph coming off the bench. Steph had a slow night the first one. He had like a 20-piece. But, I mean, he's been phenomenal. He had 30. Poole had an off night last night. It happens. He went 3 for 10 on 3. Like, it happens. Gary Payton comes off the bench. Scores 10 points in the fourth quarter, and they just are like, hey, man, I guess Jordan Poole can go hang out as Gary Payton hits 2 threes in the fourth and shot 100% from free throw, 100% from 3, and missed like 1 shot the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, the depth is nuts. It's nuts. And the rotations only get smaller, and right now Otto Porter's getting minutes. He won't when we come down to the Western Conference Finals. He'll get like 2 minutes, not 12.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, now that we're seeing this, I mean, they have every name for it. It's funny to me the announcers call it the death lineup, but that's what they've been calling it. But it's you literally have 3 guards, and Andrew Wiggins is playing the 4. Like
the one game you guys did lose.
Uh-huh.
Andrew Wiggins sold so bad.
No,
the last like 2-minute stretch, I go, oh, this is a game. I go, dude, Jordan Poole's like wide open, and he goes like corner 3.
Yeah, he's tearing your mind. He's too inconsistent. He's good. He's just been inconsistent after the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Like he led up to the All-Star game, he got cheesed with that Asian singer that posted on Twitter with like 30 million followers.
Oh, yeah,
he became an All-Star. I think people forget that that's kind of how it happened. That it wasn't, like literally,
I totally forgot he was literally an All-Star.
Yeah, but after the All-Star break, he did say he declined. I'm not saying he hasn't been playing good, but the role he's in right now, where they're asking him to go like 12-4-4, amazing. Like that's just you're asking not even so little of him. You're just asking like the perfect amount where he's not under high stress, and then he can. What I'd like to see, he's in the rotation with the guards all the time. I want to see him out of the rotation with the guards. Like when Steph and Clay sit, I like him and Poole and like another guard. You know what I mean? I'm interested to see how that happens and how Steve Kerr sets up for the next series because Steph coming off the bench will not happen. I mean, we've seen that. Now that we know this lineup works.
Yeah.
I mean, if Draymond Green can guard Nikola Jokic, and I'm not saying he clamped him down, but for a dude who's 6 inches shorter than him, I don't think
he gave him his money and he won a game with steal.
Yes.
So I mean, like he played.
Great. He played phenomenal.
It was just like Jokic is just like.
And I think I sent it to you last night that I loved him. Draymond gets a lot of shit from people, but I mean I don't care. He's a great player, and if you watch Warriors games, even if you hate the Warriors, he's so fun. And that team
is super smart.
He's one of the more. I mean, he's the smartest guy on the team. Like there's not a question. You take him out, and it's not the same team, but. Him giving props to Joker after and saying, I learned, you taught me this game, I'm a better player. I think that's sick. That's 2 really good players saying that, and they battled the whole series. Jokic scored like over 100 points in the series. He probably scored 105 points, 110, maybe even 20, because he's been about 30 a game.
Yeah. It's like...
he's real.
You know, I keep thinking like, ooh, like maybe his Denver future's good, like bright with like these guys coming back. But at the same time, it's a little worrisome if you're a Nuggets fan because like, what if they come back and, especially MPJ, and it's like, they're just not the same or more injuries pile on because...
I think they need a full 82 with all 3 healthy before anything is made.
Yeah.
Because Joker's super durable, but if those 2 dudes are healthy, dog, and Porter Jr., I know he's probably not working a ton because of his back, but that dude is so good. Like, he is so talented.
That's literally kind of everything what's like holding the West back. It's so competitive. The only thing like in the West is if you guys aren't healthy... It's just you're just gonna get run on, by everyone because just the West is so competitive.
I mean, we saw it with the Warriors. I know that it was no Steph and Clay, but like no Steph and Clay, and Draymond Green's out there running around with G League players, and you win like 14 games, and then you end up picking number 2 overall. Like it's really crazy.
Yeah. After one end, it just derails everything. That's just been the West for like a couple of years.
Just because they're so strong, but then they're also always top heavy. There's always like 3 teams that are like, dude, if you play that team and you're not at 100%, you're losing every game.
Yeah,
and that year is Warriors, Memphis, Suns, but
who was the I think there's Bucks won. Bucks beat the Bulls.
Disappointed.
It was kind of a lame series. I wish Chris Middleton. Hopefully, Chris Middleton's healthy. Obviously.
Yeah,
but
I was just thinking with no Chris Middleton, a team that was really high. I mean, them in Cleveland. I was saying to my dad the other day, them in Cleveland were so high in the rankings for like half of the year. Like they were 2 and 3 before falling to 6 and 8 or 7, whatever the heck Cleveland was before they lost. it's to me it's disappointing. Now one of those teams. I mean, they won one game between the two of those teams. One of them lost in the play-in, and one of them won one game without the Bucks having their second best player.
Yeah, no one could literally guard Giannis. Yeah, Giannis is unstoppable. But the only thing that can kill the Bulls is their head coach. Because I was in the airport flying back home, and I was watching the game, and it was like one of the last minutes left. It was like 30 seconds left. Giannis had 5 fouls.
Mm-hmm.
They take him out during a free throw. During the Bulls have a free throw. Head coach just takes out Giannis. Puts in Bobby Portis for a defensive stop.
Uh-huh.
and then they get the ball back. Don't even call a timeout. Bobby Portis almost loses the game for him.
Uh-huh.
And I go, dude.
Gotta call timeout.
I was like, that's even if he has 5, let him play, dude. Let him play the
end of the game.
Last 30 seconds.
Who cares?
Yeah,
let him foul out. Who cares?
Yeah, he can. Once you're back on offense, he can grab the ball, literally drive to the lane because no one can actually guard him on that team.
Yeah. You want to? That's what I was thinking. Even with the Warriors, I'd love to. I mean, I think they're the favorites right now. I don't know how you watch a war. I mean, dude, games 1 and 2.
That was ridiculous.
Like any other NBA fan, I was scrolling through Twitter, and people were like, "Dude, I'm having flashbacks."
A lot of
someone
people
goes, "It literally feels like to me, it feels like the 72-8 or 72-9, 73-9 cheese Warriors team."
Mm-hmm.
And instead of Harrison Barnes' big body that can only ISO and maybe make a 3 occasionally, he was good, but he was the last option on that team. Literally, to me, it feels like that team when you swapped out Harrison Barnes with a 6'5" shooting guard that shot 50% from the 3 in the series. That's what I'm seeing. Is this? I mean, you literally got Iggy back, bro.
Dude, once he comes out, I go, oh, he's still in the league.
I know.
He
does a good job though playing because he used to play with Dre. That lineup used to be Iggy at the 4 playing Wiggins spot. But when they sub out Draymond, he does a good job of playing kind of like that point forward, dribbling the ball up, sitting hard screens. He's not no Draymond Green, especially not on defense, but a veteran. Again, we're talking about knowledge of the game, leadership. And
then I completely forgot this series even happened. Miami Heat beat the fraud Atlanta Hawks.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Didn't watch a game. I had it on in the background a time or two.
I think when we were at one of the restaurants, I was watching it a little bit.
Oh, when we were at Barrel House.
Yeah. People kept saying Heat is frauds. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're gonna be pretty freaking good.
We said it before the play-in games that it's really funny that a 1 seed that was in the NBA Finals 2 years ago, no one cares about. No one's predicting to win anything. No one's talking about how they could go in and beat Milwaukee or Boston. No one. No. It's funny.
They're just good. Even with Jimmy Butler out the last game, they still won. And Trae Young, he did lead the league in assists and actual points scored. But man, oh man, that dude is so inconsistent.
Led the league in points?
Yeah.
He had the scoring title? Are you sure?
No, not average, total points. What I think should be, in my personal opinion, I think that should be a scoring title because everything else in sports is the most yards, the most touchdowns is usually they get the title.
He didn't win it. Joker did.
No. I meant out of the entire season, how many points he actually scored, not the average.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he scored the most points this year. But dude, he's I was it's either the first game in the play-in, he had 7 points, I think.
Yeah, no,
and then all of a sudden he blew up for 37.
He's somebody heats up in the 4th. He's always
It's just once he gets hot, he's insane. But I don't know. Miami's defense is incredible. There's a sequence where
it's scary.
He had PJ Tucker get switched to Bam Adebayo, then get switched to Jimmy Butler,
and I was like, Jesus, dude,
that would be the worst thing.
That's a team. It's weird because Milwaukee, I think, matches up terrible for any team in the West. I don't know. I mean, DeAndre Ayton, I guess, could try to match up, but I just think it's a terrible matchup. The Suns are small outside of Ayton.
Yeah.
The Warriors are small, but I don't know. The Heat or somewhere. I'm dude, I could see them going in and giving Giannis trouble. I could see them giving Celtics trouble.
Yeah. And then I guess last series in the East is what's going to happen tonight is Philadelphia 76ers versus the Toronto Raptors. It is a 3-2 series. And is Philadelphia going to lose a 3-0 lead?
No, they're not.
No. I don't know. It's quite bizarre. The only thing what gives me a thing, like, I think Raptors could force into Game 7 is Joel Embiid literally has a torn ligament, and he's still going to play.
Yeah, well, he has to.
And, like, you watched, like, the other game, and, like, dude literally could not move. Like, it was horrible.
Yeah, it makes the other three teams, their case stronger coming out of the East, like Miami, Milwaukee, or Boston. Just strictly because he's the best player. James Harden is playing a little pedestrian recently. He's been big assist boy, but not...
Yeah.
Did you hear what Joel Embiid the other day said? He said, I wish he would go back to how he was.
Yeah.
Someone said, dude, James Harden probably called his agent and said, can I get traded in the playoffs? Like,
he's very... I don't know what happened, but he just... We said, like, he's definitely not the same as Prime anymore, but, like, he's, like, shooting the ball still, but, like, such a bad efficiency rate.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't even know what's happening. And, like, there's been multiple cases, even throughout, like, regular season, where Doc Rivers just kept, like, ripping on James Harden, the guy who they traded for, which is ridiculous.
Oh, other one we didn't talk about is Utah versus Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
So Dallas won 2 games before Luka even came back. The game he comes back with the opportunity to win the series, or to go up 3-1 or whatever. Mm-hmm. They blow it, absolutely blow it. But I think they're going to close tonight. I really do. I think even in Utah, I see them closing the series out.
Because I think it was Game 4 where Luka came back. Dude, the last play I told you.
I watched it.
Yeah, the last play, not a single person like cut.
Everyone was
camping. They called a timeout for like a 3. I was like, why are you?
I know,
all you need is 2 to win. You're down by 1.
An open 3, yes, but like it literally was a ring around. Like if you go back and watch the play, there is a U-shaped around the 3-point line.
But Rudy Gobert isn't even in the center.
He's not. Yeah, that's how you literally no one was cutting because he didn't even have to cut towards the basket. Yeah, he was guarding his guy.
It was ridiculous.
I think what's
yeah, it's just like this coaching plays in the playoffs are getting hilarious right now.
Yeah, I think the Mavs winning 2 games without Luka though is so impressive. Like. That team. You got to remember, guys. They traded their second best player, who is not even top 5. Like they have 4 players that are better than Kristaps Porzingis. He's a role player. He's never averaged over 20 points a game, and he got $30 million a year. But that's your problem now, DC. And I think with the Mavs having $33.5 million extra dollars in cap space just off him being gone next year, because that's what Washington will eat. I think it's nuts. I think it's scary.
Whoever they get.
With NBA free agency, they have all of their other players. Kleber's locked up. Hardaway Jr.'s locked up. Like, all of their other players are locked in. Luka got a super match. Like, literally, they just need one more guy. Like a forward. I don't even think a center.
No.
They traded Porzingis, and now Maxi Kleber is Steph Curry from the 3-point line.
I know, literally, when Luka was out, I was like, who is this guy just draining threes? It was like Game 1, I go, dude, I think he had like 3 or 4 threes. It was insane.
Who's the owner of the Utah Jazz? Google it, ladies and gentlemen. His name's Jalen Brunson.
Wait, how is this still out there?
He's averaging 28 and 6 a game. 28.6. You hear that? That's crazy.
I think it was Game 3.
He's so good.
They blew out Utah, but then they came back in the fourth a little bit. He dropped 30 points and no threes.
His mid-range is money. He's a smaller guard. I think he's probably 6 foot, 6'1", yeah. He's really good.
Star of the mid-range.
I watch a lot of Dallas games. My dad lives down there, so it's kind of them and the Celtics. My mom from Boston. I love both those teams. Watch a lot of their games. They talk about it all the time. Those announcers are like, dude, there's a lot of teams. Majority of the teams didn't make the playoffs. That dude is your starting point guard. Jalen Brunson came off the bench. Or we played this awkward 2-guard where Luka's dribbling the ball up, but Jalen's a true point. He's a true point, meaning he dribbles the ball up, he's undersized, and he runs the point.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then I think the last series is been the kind of the most on the West, kind of the most entertaining series. Memphis Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. Both very young, unexperienced playoff teams. And Minnesota just keeps choking everything. But I'm weirdly addicted to watching.
I hate it.
I don't know why. I like
watching Patrick Evans will crack heads run around. And I think he's hilarious.
He is hilarious, but I don't know. They blew 2 like 25-point leads at halftime, and then at the end of the game, I think game 3 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Unheard of, like just unheard of. And Timberwolves are 3-0 versus Protesters, so hopefully tomorrow they get Protester.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I really do. I hope that happens. Like I don't. I really do. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I think it was we didn't even talk on the podcast. Like it was someone glued their hand on the court, someone chained themselves.
Okay.
And then,
wait, stop right there. Who let this lady in? You guys. No. It wasn't like little chains. Like I have a little necklace around my neck. This was like
that's like holding a
This
trunk.
was like yes.
That's
like
literally holding a trunk.
like
dude.
you have to investigate. Dude, someone from the NBA league office said, how did she get it from in there?
TSA, I wonder if there's like any new things like when they walk in the for TSA like the security where it's like no chains, no nothing. Like it was quite ridiculous, and obviously, and then all of a sudden, I think last week or earlier this week, someone tried to jump on the court. Security guard just tackled her.
Like she
like,
saw
like
it coming.
great form, like
Dude,
just
Luke Kuechly, Bobby Wagner style. Like it was
Cut the
wrap
angle.
up, drive the legs.
didn't even get to mid court. It was
literally
great.
and the play kept happening.
Yeah, the play was still.
The play was happening. They're dragging some lady off, and then her friend got taken too because
Yeah.
this lady was suspicious. But then her friend goes like this and sticks up her camera, and the girl literally went into frickin' middle linebacker mode,
Yeah, dude.
and jumped over the lady in front of her.
So funny.
It was sick.
So obviously, I was like, me and Mark's been talking about this like all week basically. So I was like, why are they doing this? Like, what's the deal here?
Yeah.
So I looked up like these protesters. It's obviously something about animal rights, and I guess the owner, Glenn Taylor, he has a chicken farm, and I guess he killed a couple. They had some diseases, but he just killed 5.4 million chickens.
I know that story's so crazy.
Dude,
the thing that they don't understand is I don't know. They had like chicken bird flu or something. Like,
So it's like
it wasn't anything wrong, and other people had spoken out and been like, "This happens not all the time, but like it's a common thing. You don't just like let them live and hang out if they can't be eaten. They're kind of useless." So anyway, that was hilarious. I'm really curious if it happens tomorrow.
The fall itself.
How is there's not one article about how she got the chain. Okay, here we go. They tightened security measures after they let a woman with the chain girl in.
Yeah, I have no idea.
The news is calling her chain girl. That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. It's been a fun series where it's like I don't really know what I'm gonna expect this game. Jaw's been great. He had a giant dunk, won the game the other day. Cat, I don't know. He's kind of a little bit. It's like he only shoots the ball 4 times, and all of a sudden people are hating him. He needs like people to hate him, so he drops like 40 points a game. I feel like.
Yeah.
So just send more hate to Karl Anthony Towns. And he'll be an all-star forever.
I don't like him, but like, I always feel bad about the whole thing with COVID and his family passing away. But
he got a.
As a person, I'm not the biggest fan. I think he's a little bit him and Joker. I was like, since I was thinking, I hate Joker. Love him as a player, but like it's.
I need to see more defense out of Big.
That's
why I like Joel Embiid a lot.
Yeah, but should we hit a little transition to a quick little NBA NFL draft? Draft tonight.
Draft's happening.
2022 NFL draft.
5 hours.
Yep.
I figured so. There's a whole lot of Deebo Samuel talk, and like people are like, "Ooh, these people might trade up. They might get this player." And I don't know. I am not buying all the Deebo Samuel stuff. It's just getting more clicks for like why is it happening right now, right before the draft? Like that's the exact same thing. I was like, why is this happening with Aaron Rodgers when that happened?
Yeah, I guess with Deebo though,
because it's such a weak draft.
It's different without a quarter. It's different because Aaron's a quarterback, but I think it's probably because he knows he could be in a package with the draft. Yeah. Not that he cares. The dude doesn't care. He just wants to go wherever is the best fit. But maybe for his team, I guess, because the Niners could use a draft pick or gain a draft pick.
Because it happened, like the report came out, and then the guy who I hate the most,
best reporter in football, Adam Schefter,
he comes out and says, "I've known this for a week," and he goes, "But they still don't have to trade him."
I know, and the GM
and I go, then why did you, if you knew for a week that he wanted to get traded, you waited a whole week just to be like, oh, someone broke it? Oh, I already knew, but I didn't want to break it.
I think another reason why he might have timed it like this, though, is, I mean, A, he could have been traded before the draft and the team could not draft. B, it's a high receiver draft. Like, there's going to be more receivers taken in the first round maybe than quarterbacks.
Dude.
Even maybe for the first two. It's really possible.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a big draft guy, so.
No. What's
your watch if you want.
I guess top two. Top two guys
I have no idea.
want.
I have absolutely no idea.
You want the Seahawks to get.
I want Sauce Gardner. If we trade the pick,
You just want more.
I hope Pete Carroll gets fired after the game one when we lose game one. I literally hope his last gets fired. But if we do trade the pick though, so 12 teams this year have 2 picks in the first round. So 24 of the 32 picks are done by 12 teams. So if you were to trade, I think the only option is a team that has 2 in the first. Like if that, to me, the 9th pick, it's so high, and no one's really worried about a quarterback at 9. Maybe us because we're stupid, but like no one else is worried about it. So my take is like, I mean, if it's like we swap the 9 for, I don't know, let's just give a random example. I have no idea, but let's just say a team that has 14 and then 23. I'd be so cool with that. I could care less.
A lot of teams have multiple picks.
12. So
yeah.
if there are teams that have 2 that are like, hey man, I would rather get X and I need this guy than get 2 guys that aren't that guy.
Because the Eagles are trying to get into top 10.
Yep, there's
right
a lot
now.
of teams apparently,
and they have 2 first-round picks.
That's right. Rather, there was high interest in the Seahawks number, mainly because we're infamous for just not drafting. So, and like literally, my dad and I always joke, when are we going to draft? Because dude, like last year we didn't have a first-round pick, and we traded back our second. And I was like, I'm gonna go nuts. Like,
yeah.
But tonight's just the first round.
My top 3, because I have 2 first-round picks, which is awesome. But it's late rounds, but. Here's, I guess, my top 3 situations, what goes down. Somehow, we get super aggressive, trade up to, like, within the, like, top 15 and get Drake London. I want him so bad. That's almost every team wants him,
He's
honestly.
so good.
But, man, his catch radius with Aaron Rodgers would be ridiculous. He's a giant human being. I'm like, it would just make me happy. If the guy lands to my second option, if our first round pick, I'll like Chris Olave.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like.
But I've been seeing so much projections him going like the Washington Commanders or like
I know
the Vikings. I'm like these teams.
He won't go to the Vikings.
Oh, also the Chargers. Getting projected. I go
again. Why?
All 3 teams were just like.
They literally have their 1, 2, and some of them even have like a third.
Yeah, they have Austin Eckler as basically a wide receiver 3, dude. Like,
and then they have 2. Yeah,
it's like it does not make sense with these projections. But I'd really like Chris Olave. I think 6'1", super fast. I love him. I think he would be awesome. And then third, somehow we just get like Darren Waller because I saw that report. I got really happy. Got shot down super fast, but. That would make me so happy. Dude, that'd be so sick. But,
yeah.
I don't know. Then the second round.
Just.
Yeah. But,
if you're interested, watch it. It's super long. Watch it tonight. Don't watch tomorrow. No one wants to watch the other rounds. Just watch tonight.
I mean, we're a big supporter of EB. I want to.
Well, I'm going to have, I mean, I'm not going to watch, but it'll be on. It'll be on.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like volume up.
Like I'm saying, it'll just be on in the back. I'm not going to. Yeah. It's just, I'm only saying this because of the time. There's 15 minutes before pick sometimes. Oh, and once you get that deep, I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
The left tackle from LSU. Oh, wow. Like, I didn't see. Yeah. But my hope will be the next time we talk, that Eric Berry will be on the Seattle Seahawks. I think.
I heard, I hope the best for him. I really hope.
And Tristan Taylor and Lowe.
Oh, yeah.
So
all of them.
I think Tristan has a good shot.
Me too.
Like maybe the best of all of them. Just his size. Yeah. He's size and his vertical jump. It just had a really good pro day. So
yeah. Good luck to everyone in the draft, and hopefully I get Drake London.
Yes, sir.
So I think we'll try to get a new episode out like early next week or even
this weekend. I'm going to be at UFC next week on today.
Yeah.
A week from today. So we will get one up before then, and then we will do one after I get back.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, so hopefully, in the next couple days, So, everyone, see you later. Bye. My brain just stopped working. I go, fuck, what?